broadcast on MLB Network. I'm joined by Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. The staffs for these two teams sure to be a focal point as this series moves along.
Just like any team, pitching is going to be a key factor for this ball club as the year plays out. I'm sure the staff will have its ups and downs, but if they can pitch like they can, I think this team is going to be pretty successful.
The game's count starting now. Opening day on MLB Network, and it's coming up next. Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch. Let's listen in to public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your 2018 New York Mets.
Quickly now, a look at the two men who are entrusted with the starting pitching assignment here to begin the new year. Now a chance to look at the starting nine for the visiting St. Louis Cardinals. Mark, what do you have on this lineup as they go for their first win?
Matty, you take a look at this lineup. I find myself thinking back to my playing days when I knew I had the ace on the mound. It had to be win day, and when you get in a car to drive to the yard, you tell yourself, even though you felt bad about it, just get 2 or 3. All the pressure's on the big boy to have to execute, and he usually does. Look for this lineup to try and execute and score, manufacture 1 or 2 runs early in this one. Okay, here's how the Mets are lining up defensively. And this team, they're not going to be moving around as much as some of the new age teams. The shifting and moving the third baseman over second base and the right fielder to play third base. This is going to be your stationary team, trusting pitchers to execute pitches.
Colton Wong will stand in. He will lead this one off today.
Leading off the afternoon for St. Louis, second baseman, Colton Wong.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And spring training is officially behind us now as the first pitch of the season is looked at for ball 1. Base hit, and that's their first of the new campaign. And this will find its way to the 335 sign. And he will make it there as the Cardinals get a man into scoring position on the leadoff double. Stepping up now, Jose Martinez, looking to get something to the right side with that leadoff man at second to start the ball game. As a look, now the pitch. Swinging a soft liner. And that's in there, base hit.
Hey, not a great start for the pitcher right here. Started off with a double, now add in a single, and one of your middle of the order bats is coming to the dish. Man, I don't think this was the start he was imagining warming up in the bullpen.
In now, Tommy Pham, as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball 1-0. Great chance to drive in a run here in the early going. Pham with an even 1-1 count now. Syndergaard, or Thor as he's often known. He was a first-round pick back in the 2010 first-year player draft.
Yeah, Matty, you cannot miss on your first rounder, and they didn't with this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one.
Runners are at first and third with none out. Missed with a slider. Line toward the alley in left center. And it's the Cardinals that'll strike first here, and that base hit makes it a 1-0 ball game.
Wow, you rarely see this guy give up more than a hit an inning, and he's already given up 3 here. It's too early to be concerned, but you do have to keep an eye on him moving forward. He's a pro, though, so he's capable of turning things around in a hurry.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And that misses, ball 1.
That's how quick an inning can potentially get away from you out there. You get the first 2 outs pretty quick. Next guy gets on, and now you're staring the number 4 hole hitter in the face with a runner in scoring position.
Martinez over at second. Pham at first with no outs. And now a good slider that doesn't quite catch the zone. It's 2-1 now.
Well, I know the last thing he wants to do is load the bases right here, so the pressure is on right now to get back in the strike zone.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. And this will kick off the third base bag. And that's a fair ball as this one gets by him at third. Throw won't get him.
Man, you might see some scrambling between the manager and the pitching coach in this one. That's 4 consecutive knocks. Code red.
Stepping in for the Cardinals, Matt Carpenter. And a great chance here for the Cardinals to add on in just the first inning. And he tries to hold back on the swing, but I think it would have been ruled a strike anyway. It's 0-1. Career numbers versus Syndergaard. He's hitless in 3 at-bats. He's set. Here's the 0-1. And that misses 1-1.
You know he wants that on the mound, especially if it would have made the count 0-2. Didn't get it, though, so now you have to make another quality pitch on 1-1.
And this is taken for a called strike, and he's not in love with that call either. It's 1-2 now. And look out as that one ran in and got him. Here's the catcher, Yadier Molina. Another first inning RBI opportunity for him here. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. High in the air down the right field line. But this will wind up being a foul ball.
The pitcher has to find a way to minimize damage here. Maybe take 2 outs for 1 run. Who cares? Get a double play, pop-up strikeout. Something to get you back in this inning.
Bases loaded here, nobody out. Now about a 58-foot breaking pitch that he wisely lays off here.
Tried to get him to chase that 0-2 curveball there, but he wasn't biting. Very well could see it again here, though.
Count still at 1-2.
Classic change of speeds right there. Threw the hitter's timing off. Got a late foul ball. Interested to see where he goes now.
Needs a punch out here. Can he get it? Yes, he can. Strike 3 called, and that's a big out, number 1. Here's Marcell Ozuna. He could really open this lead up early if he can deliver here with the bases loaded. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Almost a worm burner as he misses on a low fastball, ball 1.
I think this inning could have far-reaching effects in this game. They're really making him work, and unless he dials it in, it's probably going to limit how deep he goes into this game.
And that's in there for his strike 1-1. 1-1 pitch is a curveball just off the black. 2-1 now.
Well, when the pressure starts to intensify, it often feels like the strike zone gets harder and harder to hit. This is a big spot here.
2-2 to Marcell Ozuna.
He's got a chance to ring up back-to-back Ks here, and that would be huge in this situation.
The 2-2 is looked at, and the count moves full. Misses, ball 4, and that will force home a run. Here's Dexter Fowler now. Career numbers versus Syndergaard. He's hitless in 3 at-bats. First pitch on its way. Right over the middle, knee high. Fowler, a 32-year-old veteran. He was taken in the 14th round back in the 2004 first-year player draft.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off to him. Hey, that's a huge pitch for him right there. He's been struggling early. If he's able to get any feel on his secondary stuff, he might be able to hang around a little bit.
Fowler behind a ball and 2 strikes. Lifted into center field. Flores moving to his left, and he brings it in for the 2nd out of the inning. The next to bat for St. Louis, Carlos Martinez, and he's got a shot to open up an even greater lead if he can get something into the outfield. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Just a bit jumpy that time. Swung on and missed.
Even though we're still in the early going, I think this game's at a tipping point right now. They've got a chance to put this game out of reach, but if they can't score anymore here, the other guys feel like the door's still open.
Behind 0-2 now. Looking to leave him loaded. Hit toward the right side. A dive, but he can't get it. It's through into the outfield. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run's in to score from third. That makes it a 4-0 ball game.
Boy, that's a tough one right there if you're a pitcher, Dero. You're facing the opposing pitcher, and you give up a 2-out RBI.
I got to believe he's contemplating retirement. A 2-out knock given up to the opposing pitcher.
Listen, as a pitcher, you hate to give up base hits, but you doubly hate to give up base hits to the opposing pitcher.
Here's the second baseman, Colton Wong. As he'll wait out a breaking pitch here that finds the zone for strike 1.
He definitely doesn't look himself to start this one, and this lineup needs to be on the attack early and be aggressive and find a way to stay in this game.
That's lifted the other way out to left. Here comes Cespedes. 1 run is scored, and the second run will score as well as they've opened it up to 6-0 now.
You know, Dero, hitting in the leadoff spot, you're not going to get very many opportunities to drive in some runs, but that's a big 2-out RBI hit.
Yeah, when you see ducks on the pond, Dan, your eyes light up. I don't care if you're hitting first in the lineup or 8th in the lineup. You grind out in that bat and try and get the runs on the board for your team.
Yeah, but that's a big 2 RBI base hit.
Into the box, Jose Martinez. He offers at it and hits it in the air to left. Cespedes is there. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. So a great inning there as they bat around to score 6 times to open up the lead. We'll move. Here's Adrian now. He starts the inning, and Dan, they're down 6 in the early going. So what do they need to do to claw back into this thing?
Well, first of all, Matt, I think they need to start to get some base runners. It's hard to be patient when you're down by 6. But base runners are the key to getting back into this one.
A ball and a strike to the Mets first baseman.
That ball's foul.
The 1-2 is looked at for ball number 2. Ball 3. 3-2 now. Michael Conforto will be next. Hit down the line at first. Martinez comes up with it, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. So striding forward now, Michael Conforto. Here's the first pitch to him. And he takes ball 1. A changeup that just catches the bottom of the zone for a strike. 1-1. Here it comes. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. 1 out, nobody on. Three and 1 to the Mets left fielder. Waiting on deck is Drupal Cabrera. And he takes a cold strike at the knees, and that'll run things full. Now the payoff pitch home is swung on and missed. Strike 3. Here now is Drupal Cabrera. His head-to-head numbers against Carlos Martinez. He's a .333 hitter. Cold strike at the letters. 0-1.
You know, hats off to the pitcher right there. You got a great hitter at the plate. It's early in the count, and he wanted to get ahead. Nice challenge pitch right there.
And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1.
Nope,
and they'll go off speed here as this pitch misses. It's 2-1. And the 2-1. And a neck-high fastball that time.
Call didn't go his way on 2-1, but it's important here on 3-1 to still make a quality pitch. You have to have the mindset that you're still the one in the driver's seat.
And a good job there to lay off. It's ball 4 as he becomes their first base runner of the ball game now with 2 away. First pitch of the at-bat. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. And pretty nonchalant that time by Molina as that pitch gets away. And he'll make it into scoring position here with 2 away, as that'll be scored a wild pitch. Now the 1-1 pitch is strike 2, swinging. Fouled off. The next 1-2 pitch. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Back goes Fowler at the track, and he makes a nice catch on the track. Is digging in to try it again. Tommy Pham. He'll get us started in the top of the second.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down, because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too.
Swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Now on 0-2, I don't think we're going to see any more hittable fastballs. If we see one at all, it'll probably be extended out of the zone, or at least that'll be the intent.
And a check swing. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. It's ball 1. And the sinking fastball called strike 3, and that's out number 1. So that brings in the power-hitting middle infielder Paul DeJong, looking to follow up the RBI single from his first at-bat. Takes a look at a slider that catches the inside corner. Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1. Pitch is piling up, 44, and he's not clear of the second yet. Sinker misses that time, and it's 2-1.
He might still be thrown off from that first inning, guys. He got knocked around pretty good, and that can be hard to recover from mentally sometimes.
I think he held up in time, but that becomes moot as it's a called strike 2. And it's up to a 3-2 full count now. Down the third baseline. A dive, but it's off his glove. And he won't risk the long throw across. He'll hang on to it. It's an infield single. Here's Matt Carpenter, who was plunked with a pitch in his first trip to the plate. First delivery to him on the way. And that one just missed outside.
Man, I really like the way this lineup is making this guy work today. You're going to see the bullpen getting going here soon.
The 1-0. Hit out towards second. Scooped up on the backhand. A step on the bag for one. On to first as they get the double play. Next up for New York, Jay Bruce. A matchup with Carlos Martinez to lead off the inning.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
Pulled high in the air out to right field. Wong is under it. One down. Here's Todd Frazier now. His head-to-head numbers against Carlos Martinez. He's 3 for 15. He's also been a strikeout victim 6 times. Ball 1. Frazier, or the Todd Father as he's affectionately called. He was selected in the first round back in the draft of 2007.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't put him on the superstar level, but you know what? They didn't miss with this pick either. You go into high rounds and you carve out a career the way this guy has, nice pick.
Now the 2-1 is looked at off the plate for a ball. Wilmer Flores is on deck. And he misses here for ball 4. Already 2 walks surrendered in his first couple of innings of work. Next for the Mets, Wilmer Flores. He'll get to take his first cuts here. He's set. Here it comes. Here's a strike. Outside for a ball, 1-1. Back up the middle. DeYoung's got it. The second for one. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. Nothing doing for the Metropolitans. They still find themselves down 6-0. Back at Citi Field in Flushing, Queens, as we are ready for the 3rd inning in this one.
Leading off for the Cardinals, the catcher.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And there's a sinker that he just spits on as it misses low. Up around the face.
When you're down 6 on the mound, you got to at least throw strikes here.
Three and 0 now.
No strike.
And he gets this fastball over. Back to 3-1 now. And that's off his leg on the mound. And he can't pick it up. That ought to go down as an infield single.
I know that has to be frustrating from a pitcher's standpoint, but nice execution, nice hustle. Bottom line, nice hustle. Pitcher's still one good pitch away from getting a double play.
You know, D-Row, one of the things you want to do is make quality pitches as a pitcher, and there's not much you can do right there. You make a pretty good pitch, and the next thing you know, you have a leadoff single on an infield ground ball.
0-1 the count. Here comes the 0-1. Fastball that just misses inside. Now the 1-1 pitch. This is foul right side. Molina on at first. Nobody out. And that one stayed too low, apparently. The 2-2. Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first. Another try at 2-2. And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
That was kind of a gift to the hitter. He's up there probably thinking of protecting on 2-2, but when you launch a ball that high out of the strike zone, it's obviously easy to take that one.
This one's blooped out toward right center field, and that'll get down for a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are two aboard now.
Boy, so frustrating as a pitcher. You make a quality pitch on the inside half of the plate right there. Try to bust him in, D-Row, and he fights it off the other way.
Yeah, you tip your hat to the pitcher right there. He executed his pitch, but nice job by the offensive player fighting. It doesn't matter what it looks like. A knock's a knock.
Standing in now, Dexter Fowler. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout. Two balls and no strikes to the Cardinals center fielder.
Got to find a way to execute either a good fastball down and away or flip something off speed for a strike. You cannot miss over the heart of the plate in these situations. The hitter is on high alert.
Swing and a miss on the heater, and it's 2-1. And it looks now like a right-hander's begun to get loose in the Mets bullpen. Oh, it's hit to third. 5, 4, 3, and they turn the double play.
Well, there's the pitcher's best friend right there. The inning was off to a rough start, right? But nothing changes that like a good old 2-ball. We'll see if they can strand the runner at third now.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Takes a knee-high fastball. Men on third with 2 down. Grounder down the line at third. Throw on to the first baseman. Gonzalez will take care of him in the inning. Here's the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud. His head-to-head numbers against Carlos Martinez. He's just 1 for 6. Right down Broadway that time. Strike one.
You know, you think it's an 8-hole hitter right there. You shouldn't be taking that fastball, and you're right. But when you got the pitcher hitting behind you, you sometimes sit off speed because that's the pitch you're usually going to get. The pitcher does not want to get beat by you, and he's not afraid to walk you and hand it over to an AB against the pitcher.
And it's fouled away. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1 and 2.
Great arm action on that 2-strike changeup right there, but even better job at the plate to take that one.
Travis d'Arnaud with an even 2-2 count now. They really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
Just tied him up with that last pitch. Pretty evident by the swing. Sometimes guys get in that protect mode so much that they're swinging at everything that they see, and they end up offering at pitches that they can't possibly do anything with.
Noah Syndergaard is in with 1 away now as he swings and misses here at strike 1. Behind 0-2 now. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Thought he had the inside corner that time, but it missed for ball 1.
So the intent of that 0-2 cutter right there isn't necessarily to get a swinging strike. If you get it, well, hey, that's great. But if you get it inside enough and he does make contact, he probably can't do anything with it anyway.
And that's the second out. Here's Adrian now. 0 for 1 here in the early going. First pitch coming. Here it is. Took a wave at one around the shins with no luck. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
This is what makes him so dangerous as a pitcher. 5 weapons that he can go to, and he's working ahead in the count. This is a tough matchup.
A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. Down in order go the Mets. Colton Wong will stand in. In his last appearance, he singled home a pair of runs.
Colton Wong.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone.
I guess the game plan from the offensive standpoint today coming into this one was they were going to work the counts. They've been super patient at the plate in the early goings of this game, and they've got the lead looking for more.
Behind 0-2 now. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Grounded to the right. Throw to first in time. 1 gone here in the 4th. Ready for another chance. Jose Martinez. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. And looks like he got the call there on the pitch inside. It's 0-1.
Hey, you think back to the early innings right there. You thought this guy would have been hitting his showers. A credit to him. He's been able to regroup, find his mechanics, and find a way to stay in this game.
A ball and 2 strikes.
I can't imagine he was sitting on fastball at his neck right there. He is going to have to lower his sights if he's going to have any chance.
And that is swung on and missed. He's down on strikes, and the first 2 are retired here to begin inning number 4. Ready for another shot now. Tommy Pham. A hit in 2 tries so far. Takes this the other way to right. That gets down, and the inning continues.
Yeah, I don't know if I love the approach of pulling the trigger on that 0-0 pitch. I can't imagine that's exactly what he's looking for. The result works. Pitcher can't be too mad.
And prior to the first pitch, he'll look to first. And he'll get back in safely. So that brings in the power-hitting middle infielder, Paul DeYoung. 1 ball, no strikes to count. 2 hits and 2 trips for him thus far. Now a throw over. And he has to dive, but he's back in easily. 6 runs, 10 hits, and no errors so far for the Redbirds. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. Throw over to first, and the runner back safely. The 1-1 home. High in the air out to center field. Conforto is there. And that retires the side. Cards leave. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Michael Conforto looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. Fastball in there for a called strike. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Not looking good after being down 0-2. I think at the very least you got to work this pitcher's count a little bit. Try and get back into a decent count where maybe you can come through.
So it was a strikeout looking there. Michael Conforto is dealt with for the first out in the bottom of the inning. Here's the first pitch to him. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike. No runs, no hits, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. Lifted the other way down the left field line, and this will wind up a foul ball. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And you can tell he wanted to hold off, but he swings through the inside pitch anyway, and he becomes out number 2. Here's Yoenis Cespedes. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. Ball 1 to start the at bat.
Hey, he looked like he was a little bit out in front on that breaking ball right there. The body can go a little bit. If he was able to keep his hands back a little bit, he might have been able to do some damage with that pitch.
front of the changeup there as this is chopped foul at home plate. The 1-2. And he fouls this one off.
Hey, I'm biased to the hitter right now. Keep frustrating that pitcher. Foul 12 of these things off. He's going to miss over the heart of the plate at some point.
Fouled away. Fastball stays way up that time for ball 2.
This is exactly the reason why this guy has been so successful and has played this game so long. Scram.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do. Seth Lugo gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guys. Here's Matt Carpenter. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Up and away to start the inning. It's 1-0. Now the 1-0. Misses for the second ball. Up and in. Big danger now. It's 3-0. Waiting on deck, there's Yadi Molina. And a good eye here as he takes ball 4, and it's a base on balls to lead off the 5th inning. Here's the catcher, Yadier Molina. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far.
I mean, Yadi, when he first broke on the scene, was a defender first and foremost. You can't say that anymore. I mean, he's evolved into a really, really nice offensive player.
Here's Marcell Ozuna. It was a single for him in his last at bat. Here comes the first pitch. And a fastball just a bit high. Lugo has proven to be a guy that throws strikes coming out of the pen and doesn't walk a lot of batters.
Boyd, every manager and pitching coach, Matty V, they love to bring a guy in that they know one thing. He's going to throw strikes and not beat himself, and this guy is certainly not afraid to attack the strike zone.
To short. A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit. And they're content to play station to station here as the bases are loaded now with still nobody out.
Boy, Giro, we're looking at a big inning right here with that single. Bases are loaded, yet no runs have scored in this inning.
Yeah, and that's exactly what that pitcher wants you to think. You have to eliminate the noise, Dan. Just try and drive in the guy from third base. Don't put pressure on yourself that you have to get everyone in with one swing of the bat. Pass the baton and keep the line moving.
Carpenter on third, Molina on second, Ozuna on at first with nobody out. A ball and 2 strikes now.
All right, let's take a step back right here. He's down 1-2, 3 fastballs in a row. There is no way he's throwing him a 4th.
In tight with the slider, 2-2.
The classic back foot slider right there with 2 strikes. Usually gets a ton of swing and misses. Nice layoff right there. Fight for another pitch.
Pulled toward right center field. The catch is made deep in the alley, and here comes the runner from third. The relay.
Man, this is a spot where you really want to get greedy as a hitter. Bases loaded, nobody out. You're hoping for that big swing of the bat. What does he get? A sacrifice fly, and only 1 run scores. I'm sure he wanted more, but he's not going to complain about the RBI.
Carlos Martinez comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. The 0-1. And it's 1-1. Runners are at the corners with 1 man out. Line drive to center field. In there, base hit, and that ought to get the run in from third. Here's the second baseman, Colton Wong. He was a ground out victim last time up. First delivery to him on the way. Ball one. And that's inside and a bit low anyways. It's 2-0.
This inning really feels like it's getting away from him out there. As a reliever, you can't let that happen. Nothing you can do about what's already happened, and it's only going to get worse if you're not focusing on the guy in the batter's box.
Ready with the 3-0. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
3-1 with 2 on, and this is where you got to be geared up for something to drive. I don't think you can just groove him one right here. You still have to try to make a competitive pitch.
Runners are at first and second with one away. There's ball four. Striding in once again, Jose Martinez. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A high fastball is in there. Still only 1 out in the inning. A ball and a strike to the Cardinals' first baseman.
2 walks in this inning already, so he can't expect to stay out there much longer if he puts somebody else on. We'll see if he can find it.
A swing and a ground ball to third. And that is a fair ball as this one's heading for the left field corner. 1 run scored. And he's out on a strong throw. Digging in once again, Tommy Pham. Last time through was a base hit. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Sliders in for a strike. And he misses with it. 1-1.
Well, this inning pretty much has been one to forget for him, but he's still out there, and it's only going to get worse if he dwells on it and lets the frustration take over. Easier said than done, though.
Count is 1-2 now. The 1-2 pitch. Fouled off.
Hey, great job just to be able to foul that one off. In today's game, that's what we're seeing. North-south. Pitchers want to elevate, want to get you out above the zone or below it.
And the changeup is way low that time.
Yeah, I think that's the idea, Matt, but he might spin to win if he starts looking for it in there.
Started to go. Did he hold up in time? Yes, says the first base umpire. It's ball 3 now. Now the 3-2 pitch. Heading out towards shallow right. In there, a base hit. So now they'll have runners on the corners with 2 away.
Nice approach by the batter right there. When you know your boy is moving, you start seeing stuff happening out of your peripheral vision. Wait for him to lock in, stay within his at-bat, not swing at something outside the zone, and now put it first and third.
Fastball too high to start him out here. 1-0. So far 2 for 3 in this one. Now a throw over to first. Runner back standing. 4 runs here in this half inning. Sharp ground ball to third. From his knees, the throw to second in time. Here's Jay Bruce now. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count. He's obviously been very impressive on the mound in this one, and I think the big reason why is his ability to stay out of the middle of the zone. That's kind of obvious, but it's clear to me that even when he misses his spots, he's not missing over the plate.
And this one misses to Bruce as he moves out in front. It's 2-1. Even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Little guessing game going on right now. Being late on that fastball after the change. He had to be sitting off speed right there.
Swing and a miss. 5 straight strikeouts now, and there's 1 gone.
Man, he is looking flat out unhittable on the mound right now. That's 5 straight punch outs. I love it, but I think he might want to get his defense involved at some point so they don't fall asleep.
And a fastball just a bit high. Mets are still looking for their first hit of the ball game. And he'll continue this roll he's on. Make it 6 strikeouts in a row. Gracious, 2 away. Still a little early to start talking about these things. There you go, right there. A big goose egg in that hit column. Worth keeping in mind as we get later into the afternoon. First pitch fastball swung on and missed 0-1.
Man, this has been a game filled of a lot of swings and misses. Not very many confident swings, and this team up there, they'd swing at a butterfly right now if it flew in front of the plate. Lots of swings, lots of misses, a lot of ugly at-bats for this team right now.
Good waste pitch, 1-2. Try to come in with the fastball, but it's too far in, and it's even at 2-2. Two out, nobody on. And he comes back with 1 down and in for ball 3. Looking to set down the side on strikes. Here it comes. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Still 3 balls and 2 strikes. The 8th pitch of the at-bat. And this one's chopped foul right at home plate. Seven in a row. Flat out dominant, and the inning is over. Mets go down. Digging in to try it again, Matt Carpenter. He'll start things out now in the top half of the 6th. Here's the first pitch to him. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Hold hard, but it's foul down the first base side. Lays off. 2-2 now. And he lays off, so it's full now. 3-2. Yadier Molina will be next. The next 3-2. Hard on the ground towards short. Taken in by Flores. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
The batter, number 4, catcher Yadier Molina.
Digging in and looking for more, Yadier Molina. From the stretch. Now the 0-1. Hard on the ground towards short. Throw on to Gonzalez, and that's out number 2.
The left fielder, number 20.
Ready for another chance. Marcell Ozuna. A couple of singles to his credit thus far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball one. Good swing. Just got to try and straighten that one out. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. One ball and 2 strikes to count. The 1-2. Line drive to left. And another base hit for him. Now 3 for 3 in this one. So a great job on a 1-2 pitch to keep the inning alive.
Well, these days don't happen often. You better dig yourself when you get 3 knocks in a big league Wago.
It's hard to have 3 hits in one day, but boy, this guy is off to a great start in this one.
Here's Dexter Fowler now. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. No hits to this point. Now a ball lined to the left side, but this will be a foul ball. Waved at and missed for the 3rd out. Not much of a chance at hitting that one, and the inning is. Here's the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud. He'll get things started here in the second half of the 6th.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going, and the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. And this is taken for a called strike, and he's not in love with that call either. It's 1-2 now. 2-2 to the Mets catcher. Here now the 2-2 is taken, ball 3.
If you're ever going to see a position player go to the mound, it's going to be in a situation like this. Get him to relax a little bit, focus on his mechanics, and get that fastball back in the zone. Can't allow this guy to lead off well.
And that one misses, so the leadoff man will head down to first on ball 4 to start the bottom of the 6th. He's set, and the pitch. Lifted down the line in left. Coming on is Ozuna, and this will fall, but it's a foul ball. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. And he struck him out. So double digits now. 10 strikeouts for him thus far. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Adrian Gonzalez. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. Here comes the 0-1. Hit in the air to center field. Pham moves over. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. Riding in once again, Michael Conforto. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. And it's fouled away.
If you're going to get a swing on a fastball that far in off the plate, I think you got to go right back in there or bounce something soft down and away.
Hit sharply on the ground. Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. Digging in once again, Carlos Martinez, and he'll get us started in what's officially the back third of this one.
Carlos Martinez.
Here's a cold strike about thigh high, 0-1. Action in the bullpen now as a right-hander begins to throw out there. Now the pitch. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Don't just assume as a hitter right here he won't triple up. He's got you down 0-2, and he might really want to get inside your head if he throws the same pitch again.
Grounded down the third baseline. This will be a foul ball, and it's still 0-2.
Hey, I don't mind you throwing a fastball in this situation, but I think if we're being honest with ourselves, that one caught a little bit too much of the plate.
Cardinals pitcher up there with a 1-2 count.
Classic strikeout pitch right there on 0-2. It's the one we know he loves going to, but great recognition to lay off in that spot.
Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first out. And now back to the leadoff spot in the St. Louis lineup. Stepping in, Colton Wong. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here.
That's
The
a ball.
fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. This is on the ground over to first. Gonzalez is up with it, and he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
Up next for the Cardinals.
Ready for another shot now, Jose Martinez. Couple of singles for him and 4 trips for him this afternoon. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. 2 out, nobody on. Here it comes on 0-2. And a curveball that started low and broke lower. Ball 1.
That's back-to-back breaking balls away, but now he's got himself into a little bit of a tough spot. You probably can't throw that again, so your opponent is probably up there just looking for a fastball that he can drill.
The 1-2 is a fastball down below the knees.
This kind of hitter right here, we call this guy a grinder. What are grinders? They just kind of foul off some good pitches. They lay off the pitches just off the plate. This is every pitcher's nightmare, a guy that's up there with a plan and not just up there swinging at anything that you throw towards home plate.
Count remains full. The next 3-2. Full count still. And that one's taken outside for a ball. He walked him. So no 1-2-3 inning here. They've got themselves a 2-out base runner.
Center field number 20.
Ready once again, Tommy Pham. He singled his last time up. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Up around the face.
I'll tell you, it's a helpless feeling for a manager or a pitching coach when your pitchers are having a really hard time throwing strikes. What are you supposed to do other than keep trying new guys until someone starts attacking the zone?
Here's the 2-0. And wow, that looked to be well inside, but it's a called strike. 2-1 now. A fastball that just misses inside.
Well, this has been a long inning already, and I know he doesn't want it to get any longer. I expect a challenge pitch right here.
And as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around. Here now is Asdrubal Cabrera.
Leading off for the Mets.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
All right, let's address the elephant in the room right here. This guy's absolutely dealing, throwing a no-hitter, but that pitch count's getting up there. He's going to have to be super efficient in these later innings if his manager's going to give him a shot.
And he'll put this one away for the first out of the inning.
The left fielder, number 50.
Here's the left fielder, Yoenis Cespedes. First pitch of the at-bat.
You know, Matt, and every team has that one guy, and Yoenis Cespedes is that guy for the Mets. Completely changes that complexion of that Mets betting order.
Ball 2 now.
Now with the 2-0 count and the power at the plate, it could be fireworks time. This is the kind of count he makes his money in.
A high fastball is in there, and through 6 1/3, he's about to hit the 100 pitch mark now.
Hey, you know, Matty V, this is all you can ask for as a manager in today's game in baseball. Very rarely do we see guys get through the 7th inning. So he's through the 6th here with 1 out, and Mark DeRosa, so far so good, a pretty decent outing.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be batter to batter here for the manager if he's going to continue to ride this hot hand or if he's going to go to the bullpen.
Wow, I'm not sure how, but it looks like he didn't even touch this thing. Might have been thinking about throwing the ball before he actually caught it. The game moves fast, but you have to do one thing at a time.
Here's Jay Bruce now, as he'll take a look at ball 1. He's 0 for 2 in the ball game so far. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Ozuna is under it. 2 down.
Third baseman, number 21, Todd Frazier.
Here's Todd Frazier now. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First pitch on its way. Almost a worm burner as he misses on a low fastball. Ball 1. One 0 pitch is a circle change. It runs outside. 2-0. And that catches the outside corner. It's 2-1. Ready to deal. Here's the 2-1. Here's a strike. Cespedes, the runner at first with 2 gone. And he struck him out to retire the side, so he's through 7 complete, still working on a masterpiece. Mets strand 1. Anthony Swarzak enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is.
Anthony Swarzak.
Too high that time with the inning's first pitch. It's ball 1. And maybe a little frustrated on the mound here as the fastball misses for ball 2 now.
Well, 2-0 now, and this is where he makes his money. If he gets a pitch to Hackett, you could bet he's not going to hold back.
2-1 the count. The 2-1 is swung out and missed for strike number 2. Never tempted to swing at that ball down low. It's ball 3.
So he threw the slider darting away to him 2 times in a row. Now I don't think he'll go for it again. I'm looking for something hard inside on this pitch.
And a good take there will net him a base runner as it's ball 4 now to start the 8th inning. The next to bat for St. Louis, Matt Carpenter. He was retired via the ground ball last time up.
I think he's forgotten about sometimes, Matt Carpenter. When we talk about best hitters in our sport, I think he's one of the more underrated offensive players.
Right-hander starts to loosen out in the bullpen now. Missed with a slider.
This is a spot right here playing first base. You have to really be on your toes. With a runner on first, a left-handed hitter up in a 2-0 count, there's a pretty good chance if he hits this, he's going to hit it hard down that first base line. So if you're the first baseman right now, be on your toes and be ready for a bullet.
Yadier Molina will be next. Here it comes, the 3-0. And he lays off there, ball 4. So back-to-back walks have him in business here with nobody out. Here's the catcher, Yadier Molina. It's been a 2-for-4 effort for him so far in the ballgame. First pitch on its way. And here's a ball hit in the air. Bruce on the run. But this will land out there just foul. First and second here with nobody out. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole, 0-2. Swing and a foul tip, but that's held onto behind the plate. It's a strikeout for out number 1. A look here at our starter comparison. And again, I don't want to be called the jinx, but the number to watch is in that hit column on the left side of your screen. A big 0. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Outside.
And that one just missed outside. First and second now, 1 man out. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Two balls and a strike. And a slider's in for a strike. It's 2-2.
Wow, not sure what you're looking for right there, but that one was pretty much middle center cut. Tough pitch to take.
He's set, and the 2-2 pitch. In the dirt, right there, and he is out trying to take third. Two out here and a runner at second. The slider freezes him at the plate. A called third strike, and the inning comes to a close. Back-to-back strikeouts keep him out of danger. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. Next for the Mets, Wilmer Flores. He leads off their half of the 8th, and they've been unable to get that starter out of the game to this point.
Yeah, he settled in early on the mound, partly due to the lead his guys gave him to take some of the pressure off. He's taken that and pitched very effectively in this one.
And now the Cardinals get the bullpen working here. Both the lefty and a right-hander have stood up. Counts even at 1-1 to Wilmer Flores. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2. Hit down the third base line. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. The next 1-2 pitch. Another one sent foul. Here he comes again, 1-2. Hot shot to third. Throw to first is in time for the first down.
Pretty simple way to start the 8th inning out. A ground ball, and he's 5 outs away from a no-no.
Here's the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud. It was a walk in his last trip. First pitch of the at-bat. And that misses for ball 1. And that one stayed too low, apparently. The 2-0 on the way. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
Well, he knows it, but this is the kind of guy you just have to go right after. He's not the biggest threat with the bat, so it's time to challenge him right here.
And a fastball misses there, ball 4.
Now batter, pitcher.
Juan Lagares will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 12, Juan Lagares.
Nope,
And he
that's a
lays
ball.
off there, 1-0.
Ball 1, no strike.
He's ready. Here's the 1-0.
That's
Good
ball 2.
changeup that time, but he wouldn't bite on it. The count now at 2-1. The 2-1. Sent foul again, and after being way ahead, now it's even at 2-2. The 2-2. Got him. 4 outs away from his date with history.
We're getting into the nitty-gritty. That's the second out of the 8th inning, and the pitcher needs only 4 more outs for a no-hitter.
Here's Adrian now. 4th trip to the plate now, and he's hitless to this point.
Yeah, he and his teammates have really been shut down by some very good pitching in this one. Been fun for a guy like me to watch.
Here comes the first pitch. No balls and a strike to count. The 0-1 pitch. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. Reined in. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Mets leave 1. Lead looks insurmountable here. They're down 10-0. Paul Sewald comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one. Stepping in for the Cardinals, Dexter Fowler. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Here's the first pitch to him. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike. The windup and the 0-1. Line towards center field. And that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
You'll only see about 10 of these pitches a year. The changeup on a tee in the middle of the plate. But tip your hat to the batter right there. He did not come unglued, stayed within himself, and drove it for a base hit.
Greg Garcia will come on to pinch hit now with a runner at first and nobody out.
Greg Garcia.
The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Popped him up. And he'll lunge forward to make the catch for the first out. So the batting order turns over now and set to go Colton Wong. 2 hits in 4 attempts to this point. And he takes a cold strike. 0-1. A swing and a miss at a ball down. Sewald A 27-year-old. He was taken in the 10th round during the first-year player draft of 2012.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off to him.
Ready on 1 and 2. And that slider's almost in the dirt. The 2-2. Hit hard towards center. And that's in there. Base hit.
Man, I thought this at bat was over. Down 0-2. He's able to work himself back into a hitter's count. 2-2. And he's able to find the knockout there.
Stepping in now, Jose Martinez. He'll roll over it and send it to shortstop. Fielded cleanly, and the throw will not get him at third as he moves up on the ground ball.
Boy, when things are good, things are going really good. How about a swinging front infield single right there for his third knock of the game, D-Row?
Yeah, he has to be feeling frisky right now. He's had 2 great at-bats, and then this one, he's 100% on fire. Getting an infield single for his third knock of the game, that's awesome.
And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Swing, high drive, left field and deep.
But this one will bend foul. Had plenty of distance, though, as it landed in the upper deck.
The 2-1. Now a ball fouled down the right field line out of play, so that'll move the count to 2-2 now. A swing, and he pops him up on the infield, and the infield fly rule will be in effect here.
Wow, talk about frustrating. Not what you want to do with the bases loaded. A simple pop-up, and nothing productive comes out of that.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike. A ball and a strike. And it's 1-2. Fowler, the runner at third. Wong at second. Martinez on at first with 2 down. Is put in play to the right side of the infield. On to first, and the Redbird rally goes for naught as that ends the inning. 3 left for St. Louis, but they're still in front 10-0. Is out from the bullpen now as he'll get the call here on opening day.
But Norris.
Next up from New York, Michael Conforto starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
Drilled to the right side. Wong has it. Throw in time at first. A nice play in short right for the first down. Cardinals are into their bullpen now as they're on the final numbers for their starter. And that's exactly how he hoped to get this season started on opening day. Digging in as Asdrubal Cabrera. He was retired after popping out in his last at-bat. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. A ball and no strikes. Cardinals get the bullpen started here as a right-hander's up and warming. The 1-0. Swing and a line drive. But that's a foul ball. Bases are empty. 1 man out. A ball and 2 strikes.
Well, based on that swing, I'd say this guy's got his A-game fastball working right now. The only way you're going to get to that pitch is you got to make an adjustment and get that front foot down a little early.
Pham has it in his tracks, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning. Here's Yoenis Cespedes. He is the last man to stand in the way of possible history here this afternoon. In there for strike one, 0-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he lays off for ball 1.
Tough spot in the game right here. You have a very close call that doesn't go your way. This is when you have to really regroup as a pitcher and go out there and try to make quality pitches.
Cespedes behind a ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, and he's got it. A no-hitter.
Yeah, you know what's amazing? A combined no-hitter is even more rare than a complete game no-hitter. So it's not something you see every day or every year for that matter. And that's what you call a total team effort.
Well, we watched a really solid starting pitching performance, kept the opposition at bay, and as a result, he's our top player of the game.
Yeah, probably the easiest player of the game decision we'll have to make all year. He got some help along the way from his defense, but all in all, this was his show, and he winds up in the history books with a no-hitter.